All right. Welcome, everyone, to tonight's Leap of Faith on the Rise team call. We are working with technology, and you're just all going to extend that grace as I figure out how to share the screen, keep recording going, make sure that y'all can see who's talking, because that's going to be the most important piece tonight. But as we go through tonight, we're going to do some celebrating, and we're going to dive right into training. Ideally, I really want these calls to be 30 minutes. This one is probably going to be closer to 45, only because we have some celebrating and some prizes to give away in the beginning. And then the last half will be some training. So let's go ahead and see if I can share this screen and do this right. All right. Well, of course, there we go. Okay, so, all right, so for tonight's team call, we are going to focus on, first, some recruiting celebrations from January, okay? So those of you that don't know, January was a huge month for this team, and we have a lot of celebrating to do. So we added 73 ambassadors to this team. It is the second highest month of recruitment ever for this team in 3 years. So pretty awesome. We're pretty pumped about that. I need to do a huge shout out, and I can't see who's on. And if Tara Beeler, you're on, unmute and say, I'm here. And if you're not, then we're going to just congratulate you. But Tara added 5 ambassadors last month. It was an amazing month for her. We need to recognize Keely. Woo, woo, you recruited 4. We've got Carrie who did 4, and Nicole Considine who did 4. And Carrie Wood. I know we have a lot of Carries. Sorry, Carrie Wood. So you guys, that is huge for recruitment in a month. Your teams are growing, and that just goes to show what kind of leaders y'all are for your teams, okay? So top PV. For those of you that don't know, we're going to talk about it tonight, but PV is personal volume, and that's sales of retail and preferred customers, okay? That's just like our word for basically dollar to dollar. It's a little bit less, but PV is the word. And we are on a huge team. So just to kind of tell you, or a huge team with amazing leaders, let's put it that way. So we have above us, or I'm an emerald, above me is Allison is an emerald, and then we have Emily, Stacy, and Tiffany, all diamond ambassadors, okay? So under Tiffany, there are 9,000 ambassadors on her team. And Leap of Faith represented with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of her top 25, which is amazing. So we have to do some shout outs for our top 10 for our team. Top PV was Nicole Considine. She was #1 on Powered by Plexus out of 9,000 ambassadors. That's incredible. Okay. Carrie Wood, #2 for our team, and #5 for Powered by Plexus. Tara Beeler, #9 on Powered by Plexus, #3 for our team. Then you have Brianne. I'm going to screw up your name. Busco. Is that right? Someone give me a nod. If I tore it up, come on. Just come on, unmute. Tell me how to say your name. Come on, Brianne.
No, you did it right. I was giving you the thumbs up.
Oh, I can't see everybody because I'm on my share screen.
Oh, yes, you said it right.
Good. I got to learn at some point. She was #12 on Powered by Plexus. Jenny, all right, Jenny, you're going to help me because I screw yours up every time. Is it Dalio? Uh-oh, I can't hear her. Okay, what is it?
Yeah, it's Dalio.
Dalio, see?
And my husband stole half of my PV when he signed up, so.
Well, that's okay. Well, you were still #19 out of 9,000 ambassadors. That's pretty awesome. Michelle Cook, it was 20 out of Powered by Plexus. Faith Mills is #24. Ashley Moline, Cindy Bruce, and Marsha Hogan all in the top 10 for our team. You guys, that is amazing, and I am sure you're all loving your paychecks. Anything above 500 PV is incredible, so for those of you that are going to be hearing some new training from us today, 500 PV is a great benchmark, okay? So now we have to give away some success kit selfies. All right, I told you this, like sharing screen and switching screen is going to be fun. Okay, so here's what I have. I need to see if I can see y'all on here. For some reason, I can't with my share screen. So if you guys are on here and you win, you have to tell me what you want, okay? So I have pop sockets, okay? So those of you that did your success kit selfie, this is for you. You're all in the wheel. I have a pineapple fidget spinner because everybody needs a fidget spinner. I have Rock Your Network Marketing. I have Plexus sticky notes, and they even say, be a blessing, you could change everything, or what if this could change everything? It's awesome. And what I'm super pumped about, I just found these on the Plexus print notebooks, and it even has Leap of Faith on the Rise right on the front of it. So those are what you get to choose from. So I'm gonna just start spinning away, and I'm gonna have 10 winners. Unmute if you're on and tell me what you want. And if you're not on, then we'll find out after the fact. Okay, Kachiri, is that right? Is she on? I can't tell. Can you guys see everybody?
No, I don't think she's on. But yes, you did say her name right.
Yes. All right, is she your girl?
Yeah.
All right, you can let her know, and then we can get her something after this.
Okay.
All right. And if I spin on land on someone's name twice, really? Okay, they're just messing with me here. We gotta keep going. Okay, now I have to take her name off. Let's see here. This is gonna take forever, y'all. Okay, next. Christina Hansen. You know what? You guys are just gonna have to send me messages because this is gonna take way too long if I do it. So Christina, make note, send me a message, tell me what you want. First time to tell me what you want. First ones on my messages get what I have left. All right. I'm gonna have to do the old-fashioned way of just like drawing names next time. It's gonna go a lot faster than this thing. Jenny. All right, send me a message what you want, girl. All right, that's 3. Shannon, are you writing these names down for me? Could you do that? Because I'm gonna forget all 10 of them, and I wanna make sure I get everybody what they want. All right, so we had Kachiri, Christina Hansen, and Jenny. All right, 4. Cindy Bruce. All right. All right, going for 5. Brienne! Yay! All right. Y'all are being gracious. No judging how long this is taking, y'all. Michael, 2 winners in the house. Now you guys get to pick and choose what you want. All right, and I do have a hat, Michael, if you want a hat. It's a Chuck Norris hat. It's like the only man thing I have left. All right. How many am I on? Is this 7? Maria Black. Carrie, you'll have to let her know. How many was that? That was 7? Okay, now we're on 8. Okay. This is my favorite part, is just giving away stuff. Marsha is staying in the family. All right, that's 8. All right, we're going for 9. Is that right? Okay. Jody. Okay, don't forget to message me what y'all want. If you remember what I said I had. If not, I'll surprise you. Last one, Sheila. Awesome, thank you. And thank you, Shannon, for marking those down. All right, we are going to jump right in to our new ambassador orientation for tonight, I think. Nope, just kidding. I got 2 more things. Calendar, Health and Happiness Hour starts this Thursday. I've sent a few of you a message I haven't heard back from yet. Still trying to get those testimonies of who's gonna go this Thursday. And then our second one will be on the calendar, I think it's the 22nd. So I have 2 more things. I can't see everybody. Actually, we're gonna have to do it at the end. I'm gonna have to do the product giveaway at the end because I gotta see people to be able to do it. All right. Now we are going to full screen it. Okay. Sweet. Carrie, you ready? Go ahead and unmute yourself. You are first.
Okay, thank you. All right, you guys, we're just going to focus a little bit right now just on PV and what that is, because you're going to hear a lot about PV when you first start. And I've had many people, including myself at first, say, what does that mean? Like Tracy had mentioned a little bit ago, it basically just means personal volume, okay? When you sign up as an ambassador, you get a website. Everybody does. Some people don't even know that right off the bat, but you do have a website, and it's basically what is going through your own personal site each month. That is your personal volume. And so anytime you order for yourself, that PV goes to you. Anytime somebody wants to order from you, you gain their PV, that you get their credit. And that would mean basically if you get a preferred customer or a retail customer, you gain their PV each time they order through your site. Not only that, but you also get cash bonuses if you have a preferred customer ordering from you on a regular basis, which that really adds up. The first 100 PV goes back to Plexus, goes back to the company. Anything over 100 PV is where you're going to start to see some commissions coming back to you. So like Tracy said, anything each month you start back over at 0, by the way. So that is something I remember somebody had started with me and they didn't understand that. They said, no, every month it starts back at 0. If you, once you get over that 100 PV mark, anything between 101 PV to 499 PV, you are making 15% commission back. So that is by gaining those preferred customers or retail customers. And so you're making money on the sales of what you're selling with your product. Once you hit 500 PV or above, you jump up to 25% commission, and that really makes a big difference. I noticed a big difference with my paycheck once that happened. So that is one way that you're going to be getting paid, is through the PV sales you have on a monthly basis. Now, if you get an ambassador to join under you, we're going to talk a little bit about that in the future, in the near future here on this training. Somebody else is going to be focusing on that. But you do get paid gaining ambassadors under you. It's just in a different way. So we'll focus on that in a little bit. The way that you're going to get these customers, you guys, is what's called IPA. I've heard this from day one, 2.5 years ago. It means income producing activities. Okay, so basically what you're going to be doing each day to gain these customers or gain these people that want to give Plexus a try is reaching out to people. Listening, do you hear people around you talking, saying they need, they want to feel better, they're not sleeping well, or want to lose weight or whatever? Keep track of those people that you hear, and that's a perfect opportunity to reach out to them. Do cold messages where maybe, hey, you were on my heart and I've been thinking about you. I want to share what I'm doing in my life. There's all different ways that we can reach out to these people, but that is part of your IPA, is reaching out. And another huge thing with it is following up. Tracy, I have to ask you I think it's like 8 to 12 times it takes like 8 to 12 times of follow up for somebody to feel finally, ready to jump in, which I thought sounded crazy at first. But gosh, it's true after doing this business. And, you really, the thing I love about our team and who we learn from, we are not a bunch of salespeople. We don't go around sounding salesy. We want to, genuinely reach out to these people and share with them. I follow up with several people. They have not committed to it, but I'm constantly just saying, hey, we have a sale going on. I'm just keeping you in the loop. Or, gosh, we have an online event coming up. Do you want to join us? Just like you're talking to them like a normal friend. We're not trying to constantly be salesy. That's just not how we work. And so, but constantly reaching out and following up and keeping track of that, whatever works for you, whether it's sticky notes or, a notebook or whatever, somehow to kind of keep track of those people so you don't forget to follow up. It's crucial. you're going to get no's, by the way. People are going to say, no, thank you. That's not for me. And that's okay. It happens to every one of us. You know, that's just an opportunity to learn from it. You could always ask for a referral from that person. Say, hey, that's okay that it's not for you. Is there somebody that you know that's struggling with this, or this? And I'm telling you, when you do that, they kind of are like, oh, I didn't know Plexus helped with that. Or, you know, and all of a sudden that might pique their interest again. So asking for referrals if somebody says no to you, and to not take it personally if they say no. Don't take it to heart. It's not you. They just may not know enough about the products yet, or the business, or whatever it is. So just kind of, keep them on your radar as well, because they may come back around. It does happen, trust me, with that. And again, just listening to others, listening around you. I've become so much of a better listener, I feel like, since starting Plexus, because people want to feel better everywhere you look. I mean, there's people silently struggling all the time. And so maybe people need this business opportunity too. That's something to keep in mind. If you hear people struggling financially with their family and opening up and sharing about it, share this opportunity. It could change their life. It really could. So, always kind of keeping your ears open. Going along with IPAs as well, it's very, very easy to sit down and get sucked into the Facebook scrolling, that you can just jump in and all of a sudden 20 minutes, 30 minutes has passed and you have not done any of your plan from what you were planning to do for your IPA. So kind of telling yourself, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to get these, however long you set it. I mean, we're all on different journeys with it. If you want to set 20 minutes aside a day, 1 hour aside a day, whatever it is, focus on getting those reach outs done and those follow-ups done, because that is where you're going to grow your business. That's where you're going to see the sales. That's where you're going to see your PV jump up and you're going to get a better paycheck. Doing, of course, scrolling Facebook's important because you want to build those relationships with people. You want to, kind of keep your eyes open if, like I said, people are sharing that they're struggling with sickness or whatever it may be. But keep it to, make sure you do the IPAs first. And there's so many amazing training videos out there as well that you could watch and that we encourage you to, but don't constantly get sucked into all of that every single day and then your IPAs, go to the side. So, I notice when I really work hard for a good month of my IPAs, if I don't see some growth that month, it always happens like the following month or you see it, you're planting all those seeds and you're doing the work and you may not see it immediately, but it does pay off down the road. So consistency is huge. And one thing for me, for some reason, I've just really, PV has always been a strong point of mine each month. And, I really feel that one thing I focused on since day one is really just taking care of my customers. I am not scared to call them. I'm not scared to reach out to them. I want that communication open. And I feel that that's, then they refer somebody else to me and whatnot. So, constantly keeping up with your customers. That's what they want. And they feel loved and cared about and they'll stick with you. So I hope I'm not forgetting anything. I kind of just.
No, you're good.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think Shannon is up next to share some more. Okay, thanks.
Oh, thank you, Carrie, so much. And I first want to say welcome to all of you that are new. We're really excited that you have taken the time to be on here. And for those of you that couldn't, for taking the time to watch this. So who am I sharing with and how am I going to do that? Well, first, you probably are wondering, who do I share this with? Well, we always say you need to start by creating a Frank's list. And you can see on here, Frank stands for your friends, your relatives, your acquaintances, your neighborhood, like if you have neighbors or things like that, your kid connections, and then any service organizations. And so this list is just writing down 100 names of people that you can think of. And I know you might be thinking to yourself, 100 names? Oh man, that sounds like a lot. It's really not. There are actually, the New York Times put out there that the average person has 600 contacts. Another study said 290. So even if you take the average of that, that's still a lot of people. So if you're saying to yourself, 100 people, I don't know 100 people, I guarantee once you sit down and do that, you will know 100 people. The other thing I really want to mention is never to prejudge. When you're writing names down of people, this is not a I got you list or a anything like that kind of list. This is a list of people that you maybe are able to change their life. Like, that's a big deal. And you don't ever want to prejudge somebody, because there are so many silent sufferers out there of people who, I mean, let's think about it. When I'm at the table with my friends, it's not like I'm going to talk about my gut issues or my bathroom issues or, you know, how horrible I'm feeling. Or that's just not stuff you bring to the table to talk to people about. So never prejudge anybody, because you really truly have no idea what health concerns they might actually be dealing with, or you might not know what financial stress they might be dealing with too. So never want to count anybody out with that. And then two, we're all from different walks of life. So if you are thinking to yourself, okay, well, I don't get out much, it doesn't matter. You know, and if you're struggling with it, then print out your Facebook friend list. That's another great place to go to help you actually get this list, you know, generated. Oh, and another thing that when I was reading this great book that we're doing this book study, something it said too, that if you don't think that you have any contacts, think about your wedding list when you did that. And it said that, you know, when you only have so many people you can invite, I don't know about you, but that was my husband and I's one of our biggest arguments, was who had to be cut from the list, because we couldn't afford to invite that many people. So think about your wedding list if, you know, if that's where you have to go. So, and then talked about, it says on there, your dirt list. And I think that's such a funny way to put it, but that you can see there the people who love and support you. So, you know, who is that? Well, your mom, your dad, your grandparents, your sister, and your best friend. Those are the people that you could literally tell them that they're buying dirt, and they would just do it because they love you so much. They just trust you, and those are the people you tend to go to first about it. Then who else? When you're, you know, after you've compiled this list, I guess, you want to make sure that you have somewhat, Tracy likes to call it a Plexus Bible. And so she's just passed that wording down to us. I love that, because, you know, your Bible you want to have with you at all times. It's something that you want to be able to refer to, you know, for your faith and all that. So your Plexus Bible, I have this. And you can see I am not the most organized person in my entire life, but I have like my Facebook friend list, and then I have my 100, my friends list that I've created. And I always have this with me, and I can just stick it in a bag or in my purse. And so this way, if I meet somebody new, or if I have, you know, 5 minutes or 10 minutes in the car, you know, I can pull that out and I can message somebody, or, you know, if I'm following up or whatever I'm doing. So it's just really a reference material that you can have with you at all times, because if I could give any advice when you get started, it's write people down, and think about, you know, write down when you've talked to them and what you've said to them. I feel like that's really important. So you might be saying to yourself, okay, now you've talked about this list I have to create, and then maybe the people who are close to me, and now I have this Plexus Bible. What am I supposed to do with all these people? I don't know anything. That's okay. None of us did when we started. I don't think there's any one of us on this call that, you know, says, oh, the first time I shared, I knew every ingredient in every product. Guarantee that is not the case. I know when I started, I didn't even have my products, and I, for probably 2 to 3 months, messaged Tracy with every single person that ever messaged me, because I needed her help. And that's what we're here for. So please know you're not on this journey alone. That's what we want you to do. We want you to start a 3-way message with whoever you want us to talk with, or we can get on the phone and talk with them. And we want you to just listen and learn these things about that. So don't feel like you have to know anything, because you don't. Let us take over and earn as you learn, really, kind of thing. So we always have events that you can invite people to. So if you are, you know, somebody, maybe they don't want to do a 3-way call, or you're just not comfortable with that, that's okay, because we have health and happiness hours every other Thursday. We have local events. I know if you're close to me in the Byron area, once a month, I always do just to come have fun. Honestly, we don't do this formal presentation or anything. It's really just to come, for you people share their stories, and that's it. Just really to get to know people. That's really what it's about. And we just want to get out of the house. Shh, quiet. Okay. I call it work. My husband's listening. Okay. And if not, if you have some close friends and family and you just want to have, you know, your upline, your sponsor over to your house and just invite those people over. We call that a launch sip and see. You just have them over to your house and then we come over. You know, if you're directly under me, then I would come over and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to talk. I would like you to share obviously why you started, because we're not selling anything. We're sharing. That's why I started. What did this do for me that I couldn't help myself, but to share with other people who I know are going through the same thing that I was going through. So, and with that being said, I wrote notes and I'm not even looking at them. So that's good, I guess. The biggest thing to remember is that this isn't, like Tracy said, about a list of names. This is about you are given the opportunity to change someone's life. Every person on here, the only reason you're on here is because your life has been changed. Whether it's your health, your finances, personal development, you've become a better person. All of us we have had our lives changed truly for the better, the positive. So you have that ability, and that's what this is about. Honestly, when I get a message from somebody saying how great they're feeling and how horrible they were feeling before, and you cannot put a price tag on that. That is the best gift ever. You know, I truly say that, you know, God blessed me with this for a reason. And when you get those messages, you know exactly why he blessed you with this, because you're being a blessing to other people. So thank you so much. I'm going to pass this on to Nicole.
Thanks, Shannon. All right, guys, I'm going to talk to you about whether we should have a potential Go ambassador or customer. So we have 3 ways to buy: retail, preferred, and ambassador. I never recommend retail because it's paying full price, and I don't want any of my friends or family to pay full price. Preferred is 10% off retail, and it has an auto ship, and they're not locked into anything. And then wholesale is kind of like a Sam's Club membership. You pay $34.95 one time a year, and then you get your products at their cheapest. Okay, so I personally like to start the majority of my friends and family out as a preferred customer, because you can upgrade to wholesale at any time. Okay, so at preferred customer, as I said, they're going to get 10% off, and as their ambassador, their PV, their personal volume, is going to go towards my personal volume. So I'm going to get a preferred customer bonus as well. I like to start out my family and friends as preferred as well, because, you know, say they try the triplex month 1, and month 2 they decide, I think I'm just going to stick with the slim. I don't need any more ProBio or BioCleanse. So month 2, they're going to get the slim, and that's only $71.95 PV, okay? So since they're not over 100 PV as my wholesale ambassador, they're not going to bring me any points. All that PV is going to go right back into the company. And so, you know, it's not helping anyone. So like I said, I like to start all my family and friends out as preferred, and then upgrade them later when they fall in love with the products, and they're going to be ordering over 100 PV every single month. As you can see on the slide here, you know, when we do upgrade them, we want to know that they're going to be committed for at least 4 to 6 months of ordering 100 PV or more. You know, and who doesn't want their products paid for? And the first month, usually everybody's like, no, I don't want anything. I just want to try these products. Okay. And then hopefully after a few months, they will be willing. They'll be starting to notice some changes, and they'll be willing to, you know, maybe share with a couple family and friends, and they can hopefully get their products paid for. And then we also want them to be willing as a wholesale customer to have their subscription order on every single month with 100 PV or more in it. If you're ever questioning, you know, when you're talking to a family or friend, I just don't know. I don't know whether to have them go preferred or wholesale. Start a 3-way chat with your upline or any of us, you know, if your upline's not available. And we can help you try to decide if they would benefit more as a preferred customer or a wholesale ambassador. You know, it's always nice to see whatever products they're going to buy. So for example, if they're going to get the Slim and the Accelerator combo, let's see here, how much is that? So as an ambassador, the Slim and Accelerator combo are only $84.50 PV. So I never recommend them to go wholesale. I always encourage them to go preferred, give it a shot for a few months, and then we can revisit the wholesale option later on, because they will not be benefiting anyone, and it's not even really worth the $34.95 join fee into saving them money. So yeah, so I think that's all I have. I'm going to pass it off to Ashley Moline.
Sorry, I couldn't get it off mute. Okay, so then I'm going to talk about what happens once you have a customer that signs up with you. Something that's important, and I've kind of realized the importance of this the longer that I've done it, but that like the duplication, which is something that we talk about a lot, is, you know, we don't want to be recreating things. Like, so much of this business is already out there and like put out for you, and all you have to do is really copy it and personalize it and use it. So what's going to be important is duplicating what your sponsor or what your upline has already done for you. So when I get a new ambassador or wholesale customer that signs up under me, I always start immediately a chat, for instance, with Shannon. And so in that chat, I'm going to include her video so that I know that they already know her backstory. That's going to cut down on the time we spend in the welcome call. I also then always make sure that I add them to the Facebook pages. So if it's a preferred customer, you're going to add them to the customer page. If it's wholesale or ambassador, you're going to want to put them, I like to put them on both pages, the Leap of Faith on the Rise page, and then also the customer page. I do always make sure that I tell them when we talk, like, please let me know when your products arrive, because I'm going to want it to go over like what their expectations are once they arrive, how they're going to take them. But I seem to find, like, even though I do send them emails with instructions, which you can find those, at least for me, I had some from Shannon. So I think that they're probably on the Leap of Faith page. If not, your upline would probably have like a sample email. But I've sent those out many times, and people are like, oh, well, I mean, I got it, but I didn't really read through it. So I like to just always make sure that they tell me when their products show up. And if I notice that they haven't told me yet, I'll follow up with them, just because you want to make sure that they're just not reading off the back of the bottle, that they're really starting it in the order that they should be. Another thing is that I always make sure that when I am talking to them, that I kind of just make it sound like their subscription just needs to be on. Like, obviously it's an option, but I'll just say, you know, when you go ahead and you order, just click the subscription, it'll get sent to you. That way you don't have to like force them later to turn it on. And then I always tell them, like, you know, would you like me to remind you when your subscription's coming? And then I check my reports throughout the month, and if I see somebody's is coming up, especially if their PV is low or something like that, I'll just reach out and follow up with them. And make sure that they don't want to add anything or see if they need to adjust anything, and kind of a troubleshoot with them. And then I like to every once in a while go through my reports and see who hasn't been ordering. And I find that is like a good resource for following up. I just go through it and I send them a quick message. Hey, you haven't ordered. Is there, you know, any questions? Are you having any problems with your products? Anything I can address that way. So that's kind of for that. Oh, sorry, I talked a little about wholesalers on that one too, but and then let's see. So wholesalers, I kind of touched base, but you're going to treat them just like your customer in terms of sending them an email, connecting them with your upline. This is when you would start that three-way chat and send the video. Sorry. And then this is when you're going to do the three-way call. So when I sign up new people, I always make sure that I send them that video of Shannon. I get Shannon in the message, and I just say, let's set up in this next week a time that we can get on the phone. Because I found, and I know a lot of people have found, that the sooner you can get them on that welcome call, the more successful it is. And it's just, well, the excitement is there to get them on the phone. That's when you're then going to get them on the Leap of Faith on the Rise team page. And we do, when somebody joins, and if you are wholesale, obviously, then you're going to get like your welcome page, which is going to be like your picture, and people are going to welcome you. And it's just kind of a nice way to introduce your new people to the team. Let's see, sharing the opportunity with them. Yeah, let's see. So getting the products paid for. When people have been, like everyone else has said, if they've been ordering consistently, that they're going to want, to upgrade to the wholesale. So then at that point, they're on their products. Some people say, oh, well, I don't really, I don't want to sell. I don't want to share. And I always tell people that's fine. But, there's going to come a time where it'd be really nice to get your products paid for, or someone's going to just naturally ask you what you've been doing, because they'll see that your health is changing, or that you're losing weight, or that you don't seem so tired. So I just make sure that I go over with them how, once somebody comes to them, that if it's going to take the 4 to 5 customers ordering 100 PV, and they're going to have their products paid for. So I found that going that route and explaining it that way helps them to want to be more active in terms of sharing and selling. So there we go. I tried to make it fast.
That's good. Next is Keely next.
Yep, I'm next. So now we're going to talk about after you've signed an ambassador. So we have 2 different types of ambassadors. So we go between calling them a wholesale ambassador or a business builder. So a lot of people just start as an ambassador just for the deepest discount, and so we call those our happy wholesalers. Those are people that are just wanting the products for the cheapest price, and that's fine. We have lots of customers that way, and they're consistent with how they buy and share. And then we have people who get into it as happy wholesalers, and then they hear about the business opportunity, and then they start sharing. We have people that know once they're starting to take these products that from the bat they want to be business builders. So just understanding the different verbiage for that. So if you have somebody who is signed up ambassador, they don't need to share, they don't need to do what we do, but they can continue to take the products for the cheapest cost. So that's kind of the difference between that. So one of our favorite things that we like to do is our 3-way messages with a new ambassador. And so what we want to get as immediately as they sign up, get that 3-way chat going between your new ambassador and your upline, your sponsor, so that you guys can have a conversation of when the best time to talk over the phone, or if you even want to like take that big leap and try and get them to be on a Zoom, because being on a Zoom to new people can be really scary, but it's really not that scary. So for our ambassadors, like our upline, they're going to do all the talking on our 3-way, our welcome calls. As an ambassador that just signs somebody new, it's a learning opportunity for yourselves. So we want to send that message off and get that, so we can get these people to understand what the products are, what they're going to be taking, how they're going to take it. And one of the nicest things that you can do for somebody for your upline is send off their welcome video to your new ambassador, because that will really cut down the amount of time that's on your welcome call. Important steps for our new ambassador that has no interest in sharing. It's important to still get on the phone with them, because they need to understand how to take their products. You need to set up expectations for them, because that's why people are going to stay. So if they're doing the triplex and they start off getting a headache on day 2 or 3, they need to know that this is a possibility and how to work through it. They also need to know that they have resources to go to, so that if they are having these issues, they have 2 people now that they can reach out to and say, hey, what's going on? How do I get through this? So explaining the reason for your subscription. So this is super important, just like Ashley said. They just need to know, like, it's not really an option. You need to do this. And the number one reason that you want your people to do this is so that they are taking their products consistently. These products work if you take them consistently. So we want to make sure that 1, you're taking it consistently, and 2, you don't want to run out of these products, because then you're scrambling to find somebody who lives near you so that you can get your ProBio, so you're not running out and having to start all over again. The other things is that we want to help them meet their health goals. So having them understand the importance of being consistent with that so that they, in the 60 to 90 days, you're going to start seeing changes. The other things that we want to talk to them about is if you don't have your subscription on, you're not going to get your business building bonuses. And people want a paycheck, so that's really important for them to know. Other thing I want to talk about is that we want people to know that it's 100 PV. We expect them to order 100 PV if they're going to be wholesale. And just having that upfront conversation just really takes it out so that people know that that's their expectation. Whether that is that they're ordering 100 PV and they're adding new products and trying different things, or that they're ordering double so that in 1 month, if they just want to order slim, that's fine, but order 2 bags in 1 month. Tell them and explain to them that it's going to save them on shipping, and then it makes everybody kind of happy all around. So our goal is, so things that we want to utilize for our team is the training tools, companions that we have on our team page. So have and explain to your new people that you want to get on there and kind of just explore the page. See the different options that we have for photos and things like that. Sending everybody that has joined your team a welcome email. That is huge because you have that excitement and they have that excitement. So meet them at their level and tell them all the things that they need to know. They need to know their ambassador ID, their website page. They need to know customer service and that, it's very easy to reach out to your uplines. What sometimes all the time I like to do is send off a thank you letter in the mail with our Plexus Pillbox so that they have that, because it's just going to help them be consistent with taking their products. I like to, one thing that you should have them know is that for the first 4 weeks that you are going to touch base with them and know that they can reach out to you at any time, because when you're starting these new products, they may have questions, and to know that that line is open for communication for them to talk to you and you to talk to them to coach them through the products. The other thing that we also like to talk about is having them do their first Facebook post. That's huge. We're here to help you. It's not that you need to do this or invent this all by yourself. This is all duplication in this company, and everybody is willing to, jump in and help you with anything for Facebook or for three-way messages. Our goal is to get somebody on the phone or a Zoom. Communication and relationships is what this business is made of. So it's important that people know that, we are going to build a relationship. We want to meet them with their health goals. Let's see, what else do I have? Just the whole thing about getting on the Zoom, that it's not a scary thing, is really important to people, because you're not going to be called out. You can be on and not have your face show. It's totally fine. But our number one thing that we want people to do on this team is get their products paid for. We don't want you guys to have to pay for your products. And if you want to know how, we are here to teach you guys.
Amen. Thanks, ladies. Nice job. All right, well, I'm going to make the rest of this go quick because, as I promised, I want to make it, I'm already 2 minutes over, but that's okay. You're going to stick with me because I've got products to give away. Okay, so you are going to use your upline. This is what you're taking away. Use your upline, three-way chats, get them on Zooms, help your potentials. We want you to earn while you learn, okay? If you do it in a three-way and they're explaining to you, or your upline is explaining to your potential, you're going to learn in the meantime, okay? Remember to share on hope, okay? You don't need to have your own, extravagant testimony to start sharing. You have ours. You have those that you hear on the Health and Happiness Hour on our customer page. You can search in the Facebook tab, Plexus and Thyroid, or Plexus and Diabetes. You can find testimonies to share with your people, okay? Offer hope that these products can hopefully help people, whether it's health or financially. And I love to say, do it scared, but with faith, okay? So I put this scripture up here because it's my favorite. It's one of my favorites. Faith, it does not make things easy. It makes things possible. Luke 1:37. I have faith over fear everywhere in my office. It's my motto. It's something that I live by because when I started this journey, I was scared to death. I didn't want to hear no. I didn't want to, be made fun of. I didn't want to tell that I was doing network marketing and it was a scheme. I didn't want to hear any of it. I was too scared. But I did it anyway because I believed in these products. They changed my life and I wanted it to help change other people's. So we're going to come back for some questions in just a minute, but I need to do the product giveaways. We will do your new ambassador training post. Start here is on the team page. There's a new customer incentive. We want to make sure that you guys are trying to earn those. Your rank up roadmap is what's going to help you hit silver. We're starting silver in 7 tomorrow. Okay, I have to go back because I want to stop sharing. I want to see everybody. Okay, good. Now I can finally see you all. All right, so we have some new people on here. And I know you're not showing your face, and that's okay, but we do need to hear your voice. So if you're new, wave or say hello. All right, I've got 2 waving. Unmute if you want to say hello. I know there's more on here.
Hello.
All right, is that Joanne?
Yes.
All right, awesome. And Marcia raised her hand. Oh, I forgot about that feature. Okay, we have a Marcia. That's not Marcia Hogan. That's a different Marcia.
No, it was me. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. All right, and Karen. We have a Karen on here, right? I think she's here. All right, well, she's still muted. All right, so that is 4 of you. This is awesome. You are the 4 that get to win the 4 products, okay? So I'm gonna start, and you guys, this is just because this is how it's gonna go, just by the screen. So no favoriting. Cammie, you get to pick first. Block, boost, 2 3-day trials. 1 is edge or block. So you pick 1. Oh, you're muted. Oh, you're unmuted, but it must be your headphones. I can't hear you. There you go. You're on. I can hear you now. Nope. Is your headphones? Can you take them out? No.
What?
There we go. There we go.
Can you hear me?
No, we can.
You can?
Yes, you're good. What
Okay.
what do you want?
I will do block.
All right, Cammie gets block. I'm sending it your way. All right, Michael, you're next. Boost or which 3-day trial? 1 has edge, 1 has block.
I'll take the boost.
All right. Karen, or no, wait, Joanne's next. Joanne, a 3-day trial with edge or a 3-day trial with block?
The 3-day trial with block.
All right, you got it. I'll message you to get your address, okay?
Okay.
All right, and Karen, you get a 3-day trial with edge. All right, awesome. Thank you guys so much for being on tonight. I hope you all took a little bit away. Get ready for some silver and 7 tomorrow. Those of you that are new, double bonuses on the line. We are here to help you earn them. And those of you that have been around a while, there's going to be an incentive coming from me. So be ready. Have a good night, everyone.